What's up guys, my name's Defiant, your host on this Destiny video. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the legendary weapon called the Defiant. Now this is the legendary raid assault rifle with fire damage that you can get from completing the hard mode raid. Now however, you do not need to complete the Crota fight to have a chance at getting this weapon. You can complete the lamps, the bridge, or the Crota fight for this weapon to actually drop. Alright guys, let's see if we can get 700 likes on this video. You guys went absolutely mad on one of the other videos. It's insane how much work you do. Yeah, let's see if we can go for 700 likes, because this weapon is actually a very interesting weapon and the upgrades are pretty cool. One thing I wanted to mention is this is a PvE review. I don't play PvP very much, so this is going to be a PvE review based on what I think is very effective in the PvP spectrum, the raid, just missions and all that stuff. So if you are looking for a PvP review, just ignore this. This is going to be a PvE review, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. So obviously, first and foremost, this weapon is actually a solar damage weapon. So the previous assault rifle from the Volta Glass was a void weapon, and basically I think some of them switched around and then the pulse rifle is the same, but anyways, it has solar damage, and that's pretty cool because of how effective it is against what it's built for, and I'm just gonna go over that shortly. So of course, the different sights, honestly I recommend just picking whichever one you like best. The first one is standard, has the least tunnel vision. The second one increases its range and stability and decreases its reload. Reload really doesn't matter because its reload is pretty good anyways, and the last one gives it a little bit more stability and a little bit less range. It doesn't really matter. I wouldn't like base your focus on this. Just pick your favorite one. Between the second and third one, they're pretty much the same, so I would recommend picking between those two. And then this one's actually a really interesting upgrade. Right after the first ladder, you have an option of two options. You can either have more accuracy while firing from the hip, is the one I do not recommend, and you can have the other one where you fire slower but do more damage with your shots. This is actually the Source Regime upgrade, and initially I bagged on this upgrade, but it's a very good upgrade because it does a lot of damage. So in that category, I definitely recommend putting on that upgrade because it definitely increases the damage by like, I think 50%. Of course, you got your standard damage upgrade, and the first upgrade on the second ladder is called the single point sling. Switch weapons faster, make it quicker while aiming, which means I think if you switch weapons to or from this weapon, it'll be faster. So if you need to switch this weapon quick, which is kind of something you need, then that's pretty cool. Of course, this is the second one called Perfect Balance, has extremely low recoil. This is the one I recommend because this weapon has a little bit of recoil on it, not too much, but this is slower fire rate. You really want to go a little bit longer range. Of course, you got your agility on it. This is also one I recommend if you are in close counter spaces. You don't really need your recoil on stuff. So if you're going through like, you know, the first part of the raid, you know, that part with all the thralls and the darkness, then maybe you should put on lightweight. It'll go faster through the darkness and you don't really need your recoil. And the last one here is the Lich Bane. You have a chance of stunning the wizards with your projectiles. Now this one is absolutely phenomenal just because this weapon is an absolute beast at destroying wizards. Accompanying this, called the Lich Bane, is actually the standard upgrade for doing more damage to hive majors. So if you couple that with the fact that it does solar damage, it takes down the shields really fast. You can fire slower, so you do more damage when you're firing slower. You can stun witches with your shots, and you do more damage to hive majors. This thing absolutely wrecks and shreds wizards apart. Now this weapon is actually a really good weapon. All in all, I really do like this weapon compared to the Source Regime, because I did a point where I was like, hey, I want to see how much damage the Source Regime. This weapon has a little bit more fire rate and a little bit less damage. So if you compare it to the Source Regime, I think I had it like 300 something damage. I think it was like 350 damage, and then the Soros you put on was like 450 damage a headshot on the exact same parts, same character, same mission and everything. So it was on thralls basically. But yeah, the Soros still does more damage per shot, but this thing shoots a little bit faster in that sense. But all in all, this is actually a very good weapon, and to be completely honest, I really did need something that can tear wizards apart, because I've been having a lot of problems with wizards, and by far the most thing that kills me the most. So this weapon is really good at killing wizards, because wizards are honestly the thing that should be killing you the most in the game, and it does kill you the most. And it's just so cool, man. You have such a decent fire rate. You stun a wizard like, I think, 4 or 5 times every clip. It's pretty insane. And I absolutely love it. You do so much damage to wizards. You get solar damage. I've said this 1,000 times, but this weapon is actually phenomenal. And the fact that it's a legendary weapon and not an exotic, it's just, oh my god, it's the new Source Regime, honestly. It is just aped at every turn, and is a little bit worse than it. And I say that just because the Source Regime just does more damage, and that just all in all is really good. But this weapon does solar damage, so it's definitely more effective against wizards than the Source Regime. All in all, again, I would just straight up compare this to the Source Regime. If you like the Source Regime, this is definitely your weapon. And to be honest, Source Regime is like my second favorite weapon in the game behind the Gallahorn, so that's a really good bonus. If I can get 3 of these for like 1 for each of my characters, it's going to be absolutely amazing. I would love to have them. On the gameplay on screen, I didn't have the Lich Bane actually unlocked at the time. but I did unlock it, and it is an absolute beast when killing wizards. So if you ever have the chance, make sure you try it on some wizards. They're just flabbergasted. You know, you shoot them, they're like, oh, what do I do? And it's just a phenomenal thing. Obviously, there's certain things that I recommend pairing it up with. You honestly could pair this weapon with anything, because this is a nice mid to decent long range weapon. So you can compare it with a shotgun, you can pair it with sniper rifle, fusion rifle, anything really works. Just nothing that's really necessary. In this video, I was actually using a shotgun because the secret handshake is actually a pretty good gun, and I was just trying to use it and level it up and all that stuff. So overall, there are not really too many recommendations. As far as PvP goes, like I said, I'm not too sure. I have not played PvP since October, and I don't really plan on it soon. So anyways, that's a tutorial for you guys today, or the review for the weapon. Overall, I give this weapon a 9 out of 10, or maybe I'd say like around a 9 to 10 out of 10. The reason I don't give it an exact 10 out of 10, because there are weapons that are better than it. For example, the social regime just is better than it, and overall just an absolute beast of a weapon. But overall, this is one of the best legendary assault rifles in the game, and I highly recommend you going for it. If I would have to compare this weapon to the Word of Crota, I would definitely say it is the second best weapon that you can get from the hard mode raid. The Word of Crota is kind of... It's a great gun, has explosive rounds, it does void damage, it's really good, but this weapon does fire damage, and being able to tear down those wizards is so important. So I'd say it's very close to being the best weapon you can get, the primary weapons you can get from the raid. Honestly, the Black Hammer is one of the best you can get from the raid, because that thing is a beast. Anyways, that's the video for you guys today. I just wanted to mention some things about the comment of the day. I didn't mention in the video. I think I'm just gonna stop doing the comment of the day just for now. I've been doing it for a long time. There's been a lot of back and forths about everything in the comment of the day, so I'm just gonna be discontinuing it for a while, seeing how it goes. Maybe giving it back, maybe maybe even bringing it back a little later on. You guys can continue to leave down your creative comments down below. I will not be including them in future videos for comment of the day, or you know, announcing them in my video. I might announce some of these things on Twitter if you want to see anything of those on Twitter, because I do announce some of the funniest comments. I always do on Twitter. You can go check that in the description down below and go say hi to me. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you leave it a like down below. We're going for 700 likes on this. This weapon is a beast. At first, I thought it wasn't that great because the upgrades weren't there, but the upgrades just make this weapon phenomenal. But anyways, I've been your host, Defiant. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.